You're listening to the Money Mike Syndicated Radio podcast. How we doing? How we doing? My, the Chicago Sky. Man, they still remain winless. Phoenix Mercury come back from 16 points to spoil the victory. I thought Chicago Sky was going to win this ball game. And Errol Atkins was outstanding. And also Tyler Marsh thought he had his hands wrapped around this one as well. But it just didn't come out that way. And it's one of those things where, you get into it and you try to figure it out and you try to say, "Oh, hey, what am I going to do here? How do I get a win? And how can I keep a win, should I say, with the Chicago Sky? Because that's really the most important question. Is let's look at it. I mean, they're going to fall 91, 94 to 89. Phoenix improves to 4-1. Chicago Sky dropped down to 0-4. Now, Chicago started off good in the first, 21-17, way ahead, did a great job coming out the gate. Outscored it again, Phoenix 23-21 in the second. Third quarter, they just dropped by two, built up a bigger lead in the fourth, and just collapsed down, got outscored 27-18. Who carried the way? Angel Reese had 13 points, 3 for 9, 7 for 9 from the field. Also tagged in 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Camila Cardoso's just dominating every time she touches the ball. Here's the interesting thing. Camila Cardoso gave you 27 minutes last night. Got on the glass for 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Also picked up a block and was a +7. So everybody in the starting lineup's a minus. Her 27 when she was on the court, they're in the plus and scored 16 points. Vandersloot played a better ball game, 7 to 13, 0 for 4 behind the arc. However, grabbed 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Grabbed 4 rebounds with 11 assists. Really touched the paint. It's the first time I've seen it this year. She can continue that. It got there, but still not able to do anything on the defensive end and some unexplained turnovers by Vandersloot. Just kind of, threw things out. Kia Nurse, 32 minutes, 4 of 8, 14 points, -1. Atkins just started playing. They cut her loose, 7 of 15, 2 of 7 behind the arc, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, 21 points. No doubt about it. They got a little bit of bench help. Ayenware really played good. He gave him 5 minutes +6. Elizabeth Williams -12, 8 points. And Bantam played 11 minutes +1. Rebecca Allen fell way down on that one, 9 minutes and coming out there -10. So when you look at that, you say to yourself, okay, my, how about the Chicago Sky? They had a ball game they can win. The offense definitely showed great improvement. The game was supposed to be Chicago Sky, big moment that they had to go out there and get the victory. Everything was clicking. The team averaging 66 points, gets up to 90 points. They're starting to play good ball and having a 16-point lead, and then the wheels came off. Just they ran out of gas, defensive assignment. One thing I noticed about Angel Reese, when they put her into that .3, it really changed the amount of conditioning that she needed, and it really kind of makes them get in the defensive stance or cement feet, as I call it, where they can't move. They want to move, but they can't move because they're just exhausted from playing both sides of that court. Now, as you know, Ariel Atkins was a spark plug. She just decided, hey, I'm just gonna do what I do. And Ariel Atkins is an all-star that's come to Chicago. It's been a little disappointed. She expressed in the press conference, it's only 4 games. We're just getting started. And that's what you want from a leader like Ariel Atkins, but she wasn't the only one. Camila Cardoso just dominated the game, right? And you get Marsh's offense is starting to make sense, right? Everybody says, can Tyler Marsh go? I'm telling you, with Tyler Marsh, it's not where you start. He can start 0-6. It's going to be where you finish and what other pieces do we need to put this piece together. So his offense does work. That was evident. The defensive is just the talent and the defensive skills. That's going to be a little bit more. I mean, and you got to look at it. They played Phoenix. They didn't have Kalia Copper. They did not have Brittany Griner, right? So I mean, not Brittany Griner, but you don't have the players, and then you go over and play the Sparks, and you got to remember they didn't have Rakia Jackson or Brink the center, so you're really at a little bit more of a deficit by your while you're playing these teams, but you got to figure this out because at the end of the day, you're not getting any more talent unless you go free agency. Their talent's on the bench because they're injured. So, and you don't want to keep repeating the same message. It doesn't come down to stops if players don't play defense above the 3-point line. So, you got to look at it. What's next? Well, they had a win. They let Phoenix come back, get the big comeback win. They showed a lot of grit, showed a lot of heart, showed they can play together. There's identifying things when you get to Allen, and you're looking at the players of who can play and who can't. And you just want to make sure you get these guys in the right position. But that's the key to Chicago. I mean, I could explain it to you 100 different ways, but the key now is you just got to go to plus minus, and you got to find all your plus players. Like Anya Ware is a plus player. Rachel Banham last couple games is a plus player. You got to find these things, folks, because here I'll close up and show you this one more time. I can just about fix any team. Angel Reese -7. Angel Reese needs to be cautious of the plus minus because that means you're 7 points out. You gave up more points than you lost by, right? But you got Camilo Cardosa comes in here as a +7, but you lose by 5. So she's carrying her weight. Vandersloot is basically a break even. You lost by 5. She's a -5. Kia Nurse played better than the game, -1, but you lost by 5. And again, Ariel Atkins -4. They're going to have to figure out, the players are going to have to start understanding the plus minus. It's very important to know what you're doing efficiency wise on the court and making sure that you clearly understand your role is defined. Or if you start losing minutes, it's because your efficiency and your plus minus is showing when I get you on the court, you're in a negative. Now, if you get 2 or 3 players in a negative and they're all on the court at the same time, what does that mean, folks? That means you're going to lose a lead. You may be up by 14. You get the wrong players on the court all together at the same time. Those are players who can't play defense because the way the plus minus works is when you check in the game, you're going to play for 10 minutes. Only thing the plus minus is registering in your 10 minutes of play, what happened as far as the point total. Did you go up or did you go down? When you see players on the plus side, I mean, I came in, gave them a boost, read off 10 points, we're +10 while I'm in the game. Then you put other players in the game, and they come in, and you know they're going to get negative. Some of them going to run negative all year long. But if you put 2 or 3 of them who are negative on the court at the same time, you're going to see yourself take a big loss. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast. We enjoy you. We thank you for tuning in. Want to tell you all things are possible to those who believe. Money Mike still believes in the Chicago Sky. My. Why are the Chicago Sky making it so tough on themselves? They're going to get it, just a matter of time. But with Tyler Marsh, remember, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. All things are possible to those who believe. This is the Money Mike Syndicated Radio Podcast.